Welcome to the Red, White, and You podcast. Tommy Daniels along with Dyson Stevenson, and one of the most popular players to ever put on a red sweater, and one of the great guys that I've enjoyed getting to know and travel up and down the road with over the last few years. First of all, Dice, how you feeling, buddy? I know, first of all, it was the injury, then under the weather. Are you getting better?
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting a lot better. Obviously, it was a kind of a crappy start for me getting injured first shift of game one. You're just starting to get to know your teammates and kind of want to show them what you're all about. So I got hurt there and not much you can do about it. And I was off the ice quite a bit because it was a lower body injury. And then I was under the weather around Christmas time. But I'm feeling better. I skated the last 4 days in a row here at home while the guys are on the road. So I got to skate with Ask Chuck today and it's getting a lot better.
I was going to ask you, how is that? I know I'm sure you're probably a little bit nervous first time getting out there going, okay, I don't want to have any setbacks here, but everything's going to run pretty smooth.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You don't want to go out there and have to restart the whole process and miss another 2 weeks. So, my conditioning's down quite a bit because I've been off the ice for, 20 plus days. And then, I don't think too many guys were in the best shape coming into camp, just not knowing what was going to happen, if there was going to be a league and rink shut down in certain cities and towns. So guys didn't skate much. So I guess it kind of sucked, coming here and not being in greatest shape. And then I finally get back in shape and then I get hurt, and it's kind of a complete setback. It feels like I'm in training camp again, but it's felt pretty good. Like you kind of said, I haven't pushed it to 100%, but I'm sure once the team gets back and I can practice with them, I'll be able to tell how good it is.
You got to be pretty excited about this start for the team. Off to a really good 6-3-0 start. Disappointing loss the other night, but you know how it goes. Sometimes you run into a hot goalie, and on that night, we outshot him, we outchanced him, we outplayed him. It was just a credit to Carlson, who on nights can steal you games, and I'm just so impressed with what these guys are doing, especially a lot of our young players, as you pointed out in your blog, which will be, of course, a weekly thing. Excited about that. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we got a great mix of vets and young players.
Yeah, for sure. We got the league's getting younger every year, and the players are a lot better than I guess what they used to be, just with all the good hockey programs and all the power skating and stuff out there now for these guys to do all summer. So I guess we kind of all expected it. I think every time Marty brings in a team, it's they're expected to win championships. There's no rebuild years in the ECHL. Every year you're bringing guys in to win a championship. And like you said, we have the right amount of young rookies that are playing really good, maybe if not our best players right now. And then we have some older guys that are doing a heck of a job and sticking to how they play.
And, you turned 27 in July. It's hard to believe because it seems like just yesterday you were coming in here as a young buck, but that's how quickly time goes by. But now you're giving Barry a run for his money as you're a blogger. And I got to admit, I've enjoyed that. I mean, kind of behind the scenes with Dyson, telling the story from your perspective, and a great one this week with your buddy Riley Gill.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I'll ever be as good as Barry or even close to Barry. He does a really good job. So, I mean, it keeps me busy. I haven't been doing much, and it's nice to get the players' perspective of what goes on in the locker room, what my thoughts are on the game as a player. And then obviously I get to talk to old teammates such as Riley Gill. That one's coming out this week. And then hopefully more guys to come. I know I'll be in touch with Chad Costello. We'll get him on the blog, and it's pretty exciting for me. I mean, I'm not used to doing that, and I'm lucky I have you guys to proofread it because I wasn't much of a scholar back in school. So, but it's fun talking about old teammates and just keeping everyone in touch with what's going on in the locker room and how the team's playing.
You realize you're the first player blogger in the history of the Allen American. So, that says something right there of, what people think about you and what you've meant to this club and, coming back. I don't think there was anybody more excited to hear that you were coming back than me, because I miss those good days, the good old days, the championship teams. And as you pointed out so eloquently in your blog, while teams like South Carolina were flying to Allen, in flying back and forth. We were on a bus and we still won that game 7. So you're right. The way we did it, we definitely built character and definitely bonding.
Yeah, for sure. I think Riley Gill said it best. I had a long talk with Giller on the phone, and like I said, I'm not the best blogger yet, so it was kind of hard for me to relay what he said onto the blog. But for the most part, I kind of touch point on how it just made us come together when we're busing 20 plus hours to South Carolina for games 5 and 6. I actually me and Joe Rumpel slept on the table, and I slept on a sleeping bag on the floor to play 2 games because we had so many guys. You had to bring all the guys in case of injuries, and it was just cool how it always brought us together. And we stay up late nights playing cards, and everyone's hanging out for multiple hours of the day. When you sit on a bus, you can't really sit in your bunk and sit by yourself because you get so bored, and kind of drives you nuts, to be honest. So I think I did a good job kind of explaining what Riley meant and how it brought us together as a team, and we just wanted to win for each other. And basically everyone who had to go through the torture of being on that bus for 24 hours straight sometimes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I miss those days. It's always good to reflect back on them, and thanks for sharing a few of those memories with us this week in your blog. And Dice, tell Lance and Sherry and the family back home I said hi, and can't wait to see you back out on the ice, and can't wait to find out coming soon why you chose number 71. We won't blow that now. We'll save that for future blog.
You bet. Yeah, I'll make sure I say hi to the parents back home for you, and thanks for having me, Tony.